Hello and welcome back to Rogue Trader. We have cleared out the Cradle of Kepri here, and it is time for us to go back to the map because we have one more system on this side for us to have a look at, which is of course the Palatium Stelios system over here. So let's go there. See how this goes. And chart new routes. Okay, we've done that. Let's visit. Let's see what's going on here. Unidentified Imperial voidship. Ooh, okay. Interesting. So, we got some plasteel. We'll ignore that. Head all the way over here. We do need to go and get some more extractiums, but I think we can do that at footfall. Scan. We have a smuggler's cache with stuff in it. Yep, that's stuff. Wonderful. Who left this here? We discovered a cache on a frozen world. Okay. Let me have a look at that one. Says a rumor. Who left this here? Discovered a cache on a frozen world. The cache was filled with suspicious substances. One can only hope that the owner will not be too aggrieved by their loss. Huh. Interesting, so that might pop up later. I do like the rumor system, basically just being like, yeah, you found something. Somebody might come and look at it later, but you don't know. And it's all that, it's something where it's like, yeah, it is just a random piece of loot, but later someone's going to come and say you stole that piece of loot, and you'll have like a little marker to say, yeah, this is what you did, which I think is cool. It's useful. Right, begin scan. Xenotech. Ah. Do you know how many times this world has been traded back and forth between the Von Valancius and Winterscale dynasties? A senseless waste of thrones, if you ask me. Ah, okay. And then we have our unidentified Imperial voidship on the edge of our space. Also, I just realized, yeah, we are getting very, very close to what I think is the end of Act 2, and we have not seen another one of the rogue traders yet. We've heard about them, we've interacted with their subordinates, but we've not specifically met one of them. That's interesting, because there are 3 of us here. I guess that might be Act 3's, new thing. We'll see. An unknown ship hails you as soon as you are in its detection range. The ship, the Scarlet Pursuer, helmed by Captain Demir Shani, has Footfall listed as its home port. The message hints transparently at a connection with the Caspellica mission. The Voxmaster adds that the captain has a proposal for you. Let's listen. The ship lets you know that it will readily reward you for any information about burning worlds in the Koronus Expanse. Okay, why are you looking for burning worlds? The reply is courteous as it is vague. The captain cites a scholarly curiosity in this understudied type of world. We just got a thing popping up there about one of the rumors. Okay. Upon hearing the message, Magos Pascal expresses a keen interest in burning worlds and asks the Lord Captain to take the issue into consideration. J. Hidari immediately declares that Captain Shani would never dash about the void out of scholarly curiosity, but only for a suitably high reward. In that case, perhaps the Lord Captain too might want to look into these burning worlds. Seneschal Versarian makes no comment regarding the Caspellica message, but is amazed that, for once, the esteemed Magos and Mistress Hidari are in a passionate agreement on something. Okay. I have no current information on burning worlds, but are willing to sell any I may obtain in the future. Receive the Scarlet Pursuer's projected itinerary. Information on systems in which you can find it later. The captain looks forward to meeting you again and acquiring information on burning worlds should you possess it. Okay. The reason I didn't immediately give them it is because I didn't know what these were saying. So they seek information on burning worlds. The information is unknown as to why they want it. And it's searching for burning worlds. Huh. Interesting. So we potentially want to search for burning worlds that we've found. Okay. Okay. It's good to know. Good to know. Distress signal. Just check if there's a burning world nearby. Shattered, shattered, shattered. Yeah, I guess we should just look for burning worlds each time we switch to somewhere. Right, maybe we go to the Furibunda system next. We need to go back to Footfall anyway, so let's do some traveling. Battlestone Colony event requires Lord Capson's attention. We'll do that in a bit. We've done this one before. We ordered the decks be purified in fire. Yes, wonderful. Okay. Yannis has got a new stage of development as well. We don't want to do that yet. We actually want to go to Yannis and stop there. Yes, let's visit. Actually, somebody had a theory. I want to test this theory. We're going to save. It might involve us doing a reload. Their theory was, because the last place we went was Dargonus, before we did the previous event, our previous party was a party of 1. Now, the last place that we went before this event is, was that planet with the trap on it. So we should have a party size of 6. Does that work? Does that make sense? Oh no, we need to go to Foulstone for this one. Let me check Yannis. Not interested. We're just going to reload it no matter what. Okay. Let's just see. I'm not interested. I'm not reading. I just want to see whether there's any checks. There's no checks. Oh well, whatever. Right, we'll do a reload. Okay, let's just do a reload here. I just wanted to do a quick check on that percentage thing. I guess we'll just save before we get every colony one, and then eventually we'll get one that allows us to test this. Anyway. Cool. Let's do the events. Let's do the Yannis event. Troubling news arrived from Yannis, your lordship. While digging on an irrigation ditch, the workers found a Xeno obelisk made of unknown material. It was delivered to a laboratorium and subjected to a number of tests, one of which caused a reaction. The obelisk generated a low-frequency vibration, and the events that followed were catastrophic. A series of anomalies were recorded in the Epsilon 2 Majoris region. It is almost like Yannis itself is fighting us there. Many logistical chains have been disrupted. The only people who visited the uncontrolled territory are the wretches fleeing deeper into the region in greater and greater numbers. The observers report strange fires in the sky at night, completely imperceptible to the augurs. The Chem Princes are hastily summoning militias and are getting ready to start a purifying crusade. They await your lordship's blessing. What exactly is happening there? The vegetation demonstrated a remarkable ability for wild growth. It took the plants only 2 days to overrun the agri-complexes in the region. Extinct species of local megafauna have been spotted in the newly formed jungle, aggressive and acting in unnatural cohesion. How are the wretches involved? We do not know. It is as if they all received a signal telling them to abandon their work and rush deep into the afflicted territory. Thanks to your decree protecting the wretch population, no one has attempted to detain them. As a result, almost 1,000 new specimens have infested the region. Okay, so before we do these, we want to have a look. So, eliminate everything in the region, plants, animals, wretches, anything. And that gets us Yannis Warlord, so we gain Fellowship, Weapon Skill, Ballistic Skill. That's a big upgrade. Okay, send in the scouts, see what they manage to find. We gain the Audacity of Yannis Torpedo Launchers. Ooh, okay. Or isolate the region and commence research. We must understand what we're dealing with. And we gain Blessings of the Warp Spider. Whenever the wearer kills an enemy or scores a critical hit, they gain 2 movement points. Okay. Permission to advise granted. I await your proposals. The nature of Yannis is rising up. It is a lucky coincidence that Yannis harbors specialists who are not only experts on controlling life, but on destroying it as well. Even though reports from the Magos Biologus Kapala bear no mention of the storage of weapons of mass destruction, I have no doubt they do possess some. They always have some lying around. I see no reason not to let them use them against this, whatever it is. Deployment of fortified research stations in the affected sectors is recommended. The benefits of gathering more information justifies the increased casualty rate among personnel. The sickly creatures know more about this pestilence growth than we do, something we must amend quickly. Should we catch some mutants and force them to cooperate, that way we can learn what it is we are dealing with. So what do we get? So Purge gets us Yannis Warlord still, exactly the same. Research outposts are exactly the same. Isolate the region is exactly the same. Okay, so what do we want to do? I'm going back to the original one just to reread it. So, they were digging a ditch. The workers found a Xeno obelisk. Okay. It had a vibration. The vibration made some anomalies happen. The wretches are fleeing into the region. Okay. And they would like to do a purifying crusade. So, we can either say, purge everything. Set up research outposts, or isolate the region, start rounding up the wretches, make them tell us the truth about what's happening. I kind of like the research, and I also would love to improve our ability to fight in our ship, so let's do that. May the Omnissiah be merciful to the souls of those who will give their lives in the name of obtaining knowledge. The scouts who ventured into the heart of the afflicted region discovered ancient Xenos creations emerging from the ground. The afflicted region reacted to the incursion by expanding and swallowing up some of the neighbouring agri-complexes. Fortified observation stations were set up in the largest cluster of ruins. The priceless data and artifacts collected there were paid for with the lives of the many watchmen who fought against the onslaught of Yannis' enraged wilds. So we get Capella Biologus, we get these medkits, which we'll get more of every time we get like a new thing, like same with the grenades. And then we get Tears of Repentance as well. And some Profit Factor and some chemicals. Nice. So that should have unlocked Mechanized Servants for us. Is that the only one we've got here? If we have Plasteel, we can do the top one. Okay. So we can turn the agri-complexes into impenetrable fortresses. I can't do this one. We can't do Xeno Defense because we don't have Dark Sages and that's blocked off. Or we can do Mechanized Servants. The inhabitants of Yannis are restless. The Adeptus Mechanicus are ready to run experiments on serfs to create improved enforcers for the defense of the Agri world. It gives a Scorcher. The user gains 1 AP and immediately resets cooldowns on all attacks and attack abilities at the start of the next turn to gain 1 stack of Staggered that lasts until the end of combat. That is pretty good, yeah. It does say replenished up to a maximum of 5. Are we actually getting 5 more each time? We were with other ones, but this one claims that it's only replenishing. And then this one would get us a one-handed melee weapon, which grants an additional area attack that affects all cells around the wielder. So what's Onslaught? It's just a big, powerful attack. 1 damage per character in the party. Huh. So it's gonna be 6 nearly all the time. And you get 4 security for it. Or Scorchers. I don't really need this, so I'm quite happy to just do this one, honestly. We're also really low on Plasteel. I didn't even realize we're that low on it. Yeah, I think this one seems fine. This seems absolutely okay. I know we're not really using consumables, but we will probably at some point. Or it doesn't matter. Either way, that's fine by me. What's this one? Logistical error. Okay. So where is this? Are we in? Oh, we might already be in this location. This is Falstone. Yes, we are in this location. I wasn't sure whether we're at Yannis or Falstone, but we're at Falstone. Okay. Actually, I wonder if I need to go outside or whether I can just do it from the system. Let me just check. No. You have to actually go all the way to the planet. Okay. A chartist delivered the wrong cargo to the planet. Instead of the expected machines, the world received a more valuable supply of injectors. Send the chartist back with the cargo. Keep silent about the mistake by bribing the chartist, or arrest the chartist until the correct cargo is delivered. I'll gain a profit factor. Let's be silent about the mistake by bribing the chartist. The injectors were sold to an interested buyer for a good price. Nice. Okay, that's cool. Anything more I can do here? Nope. Double check our other colony things. So you're already doing your one, and then there's nothing more I can do here, right? Yeah, it would have to be one of these two, and I don't have the rep to make those two happen. Okay, cool. Right, we'll do a quick save. And then we will head out. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to go to Falstone, and I'm going to check with Opticon 22 whether we get more extractors, and if we do, I'm going to make it a link directly to our capital. If we don't, then there's no point in doing that, so... There we go. Emergency aboard the void ship. A foul warp entity has pierced the thin veil of the Geller field and spawned unimaginable beasts of unnatural hues. The Vox systems are picking up the crewmate's screams and warp field's loathsome giggling. The situation demands immediate intervention. We will go and face them. Who are we taking? Probably not Erlet. We'll probably take Argenta. Maybe we'll take out Heinrichs and bring Cassia. And just go all about an extra turn. Yeah, this whole thing is extra turn. Could maybe even take Pascal out and go Heinrichs. Let's do that. We don't usually take Pascal out, but you know, we have an opportunity to because this is just a random fight. So it'll let us see how things play without him. We should probably do that with all characters at some point as well, just because there's no guarantee that every companion will make it to the end of the game, so, you know, mixing things up a little bit generally helps. Let me do a little formation change, not that it will matter a huge amount. So, we're kind of looking at you there, something like that. Quick save. What are we facing? Pink horrors, blue horrors, pink horrors. Okay. Let's kill him.
Always keep your eye on the prize. Challenges make the spoils
okay,
that much
so
sweeter.
It goes pink horror, pink horror, pink horror. So where are they? 1, 2, 3. So we probably want Abelard standing somewhere like here just to block him off from moving past. That makes sense to me. If Abelard is there, we probably want Heinrichs here, so that he can be in the frontline area. We probably want Argenta here, because she's going to be in the backline area. Cassia can be all the way back here. Honestly, so can we, but we'll move ourselves in a second. Right. So, frontline. That makes a lot of sense for a frontline area.
Not me.
We're then going to make this backline.
On it.
Wherever we end up will be, yeah, wherever we end up is going to be the rear. Actually, I forgot to move Jai. We might make this the rear then. That's fine. I don't think they have ranged attacks anyway, so we should be fine on this. Gonna make this the kill zone area.
As good as done.
I'll put overwhelming stratagem on it as well, just so we have it. Do joint analysis, which increases our allies' damage. And then maybe I'll just take a shot at this one. Oh, we'll do a one of these as well, a surefire plan. And then we'll take a shot.
Who if not me?
Nice. Reasonable damage. Let's go. Okay. Immediately uses a ranged attack just to make fun of me. Twisting path. I don't know what that does. Doesn't sound good though. Okay. That's fine. But all they have is ranged attacks. That's even better.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
So what's this twisting path that got put on us? Cannot use psychic powers, decreases resolve by 2. Okay. So can I move up here and do like a fire in on these guys? I definitely can. Okay. So we're gonna move up. We're gonna use a Furious Recital. which gives us a little bit of momentum. We're then going to do a single shot against somebody like you. Okay. Run and gun, which now makes our burst fire cost 1 AP. We're then going to devastating attack.
I'll do it.
And fire.
Faith without deeds is worthless. For you, my emperor.
Okay. Then going to use Martyr's Penance to do another shot in here.
I'll do it.
Which counts as another type of attack. Wonderful. So now we're at 5 stacks of versatility. Cool. That's fine, we still dodged it. Abelard. Kind of feeling like I want you to ignore what's happening there, so let's give you some temporary wounds. Charge.
It will be done.
We parried that. They parried that. Okay. We'll do a ground slam, but it's kind of the same as just attacking it. Just attack it. Okay. And then defensive stance, just to counter if they attack us. And that'll give us some deflection as well, because this isn't going to be a long fight. Right. Jai, can you shoot this guy? No, not really. Let's move you up here.
I know
Okay.
what I'm doing, usually.
Why is your hit chance so low? Not sure. It's just low in general, I think. Okay. Well, let's start by doing
Tell me,
this.
and it is done.
And I'm just going to give her another turn. You're going to use dash
As
to
the
move
Emperor
back.
commands, I act.
And then wildfire.
I'll do it.
Okay, so this now means that this attack is it counts as versatile even if it's not. And then we're going to shoot this direction so we don't hit Abelard.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Okay, well, that was kind of bad. That's fine. Inspire, press the advantage, shoot. Yeah, so let's inspire yourself.
Am I getting paid for this?
Press the advantage yourself. And then shoot. Wonderful. Okay, Heinrichs. Can't use psychic powers, which kind of lowers what he can do a little bit. Why don't we do a charge in here?
For the throne's glory.
Nice. We're then going to endure. Aim for the opening. And take a shot. Alright. Take a shot.
Let's see to it.
Yeah, it was only 10% chance, but I might as well take it. Right. Move up. Then we're going to use Voice of Command on Jai, which will increase her stats quite a lot. We can reveal the light onto Abelard.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Okay. Inspire Jai.
If I may.
Okay. Then
Me?
give her a turn.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
She can then use press the advantage. Inspire and shoot. Inspire on herself. And shoot. Still did 0, huh? Even with all that boosting of damage. Okay, well, whatever. Our turn. Frontline's gonna move here. Put a kill zone stratagem on
I'll
it.
see to it personally.
Increase other people's
On it.
damage. What else have I got here? Put some more stacks on this pink
I'll
horror
see
for
to
now.
it personally.
And then maybe just take a shot at it. We have really low chances of hitting. Better chance there. Let's maybe perfect spot. Yeah, 81% is better. We'll use surefire plan to increase our damage again.
I'll
Shoot
see
him.
to it personally.
Good. Right, let's see what happens. Got hit for almost nothing. It's probably stacking burning. Nice, we parried, which gets us the counter, which they dodged. Oh, which then moved them out of my territory, which then I got to hit them again because there was attack of opportunity because they were dodging out of the way. I think. We're almost dead though, which is good. Argenta, move up. Wildfire costs 2, so use wildfire.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Nice. This now counts as a versatile attack, and shoot.
Doubt is for the weak. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Okay. Cool. We can then take a shot in at this one.
The Emperor commands, I act.
Another point of versatility. Run backwards. And then I think that's us done. Yeah, I think that's us done. Although I could throw a grenade as well, I suppose. I can't. Okay, never mind. Abelard. Get yourself in here. Actually, yeah, get yourself... Cancel. I need line of sight. Okay. Get yourself here. In charge.
It will be done.
Nice. Try to see a way where I could hit like multiple people here, but that's not going to work, so I'll just do this.
I will do my duty. Reduce to dust.
Nice. Temporary wounds. And maybe a taunt.
At your beck and call.
Cool. Seems good to me. Jai? Let's inspire yourself.
Don't get too cocky.
Give Heinrichs more
I can do
stats.
that with the right incentive.
Give Argenta
Don't get too
yet
cocky.
another turn. We're just going to move forward
I'll do
here.
it.
And then fire in.
Faith without deeds is worthless. For you, my Emperor!
Nice. That's pretty good. And
You've got
press
a
the
problem,
advantage.
I've got a price. How about no?
And shoot. This one does
I
damage.
can do that with the right incentive.
Nice. We actually did damage to it. Okay. Move up here. Actually, cancel that. Cancel that. Charge in here.
The Emperor is on our side.
There we go. Followed by aim for an opening.
I won't object to it.
Then a probably killing edge.
I'm done with this one.
Huge damage. Love to see it. And then give yourself some temporary wounds. Nice. We didn't parry. Okay.
Focus.
Cassia. Boost our stats. Nice. Boost
I'm not
Heinrich's
accustomed
health.
to being ordered around.
I forgot what the new thing we got was, which for when we give buffs, that's the wrong button. I want that button. There we go. What's the new thing we got for buffs? Under my protection. Gain 5 to all resistance tests against warp effects. Ah, that's it. I knew there was a reason to keep buffing people. Give Heinrichs another turn. He is now going to aim for an opening.
I won't object to it.
And killing edge.
But of course, the Inquisition
Huge
sends
damage.
their regards.
Okay. Then glimpse of
Isn't
fate,
this a job
just
for
so
the
that he has some
serfs?
dodge. Okay. That's fine.
Something worse.
Okay, we parried.
Will endure.
Working out where we need to move things. I kind of don't want to be in this fog. Let's try and get out of there. Took a bunch of damage running through
Temporary
it.
setback.
I don't think I'm able to get over there anyway. I could take this shot. That's probably worth it. Cool, one dead. Can I see you? No. Let's put some stacks in this blue horror.
Personally.
And then let's give everyone more damage. And I suppose I'll use perfect spot just to increase my cover efficiency, not that it matters. Nice, another parry. That's okay. Argenta. Oop, trying to see here, running out of bits where we can. Get back here.
Rejoice in battle!
Okay. Kind of fire in this direction. Hoping I can destroy that at some point, but we'll see. Wildfire makes this a one-cost burst versatile, which is good. So, shoot.
This is unacceptable.
I'm just trying to find the bit where it says I can shoot him. I think it's... yeah, like... yeah, it's this square. Yeah, that works. Shoot.
Doubt is for the weak.
Okay. Then shoot. Again.
As the Emperor commands, I act. For you, my Emperor!
Then running
I'll do
gun.
it.
Which now gives us another burst fire for one. We can then devastating attack that
Faith
one.
without deeds is worthless. I refuse.
And then continue to fire upon them. Was there not 44? I guess the 44 is gone for some reason. That's fine, whatever,
Doubt
keep
is for the
shooting.
weak.
Alright. And then, yeah, get over to this
As
side.
the Emperor commands, I act.
Oh, we have a lot of stacks of versatility now, at least, which is cool. Right. Abelard. Ignore that one and attack the big guy.
Just a
Nice parry. Okay. Hit him. They parried. Okay. Give yourself temporary wounds. And give yourself the ability to parry. As an attack back when they attack us. You can give somebody a whole another turn. I don't know if that's necessary. What I think we're going to do is we're going to inspire Heinrich. We're then going to give him another turn. He is then going to aim for an opening.
I won't object to it.
That was not aim for an opening. Oh well, kind of worked. End your turn. Yeah, can I walk over here and just fire in at you? I could, yes. Let's walk over here. Press the advantage. I got anything else I can do? Maybe take aim. No, wait. Finish the job. You've got unfinished business, yeah. Immediate attacks target with a single shot or strike. This does not count towards the attack limits per turn.
Tell me and it is done.
Okay.
You've got a problem, I've got a prize.
Alright, give him another
They'll
turn.
write legends about me.
Wasn't quite my initial intention, but whatever.
For the throne be gone.
Yeah, boost Abelard. It was a little risky to do that, but sure, I did it anyway. Did he get a voice of command on him?
Foolishness.
He did not. Okay. He's not even in range. Yeah, get out here. Why can I not use this?
I'm afraid not.
Maybe you can't use it multiple times per turn. Was that the nerf that they did a while back? That you can't do it on multiple different characters? It might be. Not in range to hit over there. Let's, oh, you're out of range. I don't know. Let's buff Malachi's ability to hit people then.
Not a servitor.
Okay. Jai? Oh, oh, right. No, that wasn't Cassia's turn. That was Cassia's bonus turn. Oh, from being a, yes, that makes sense. So that was Cassia's bonus turn because we used a heroic action. Also, look how many temporary wounds Jai has. Because she gains temporary wounds every time. Is that every time somebody gains momentum? I just realized she has that. Where's that? So that's in here. Commanding voice? No. What is it? What one's giving her all those temporary wounds? No, it's just annoying. I don't know what it is. I think I remember what it was. Oh no, this is Cassia's ability, right? Whenever the officer targets an ally with an ability, the ally gains temporary wounds. So that could be some of it, but I thought there was another one. No. Iron Discipline? No. There was something that I'm sure gives them... it was like every time you use something, they gain temporary wounds. Did I never take that one? No. Under my protection? No. Veil Degradation? No. I'm trying to remember. I'm sure I took something where it was like every time an ally did something, they gained 1 temporary wound. Might be per stacks of like per stacks of whatever their stack thing is called. I don't know where it is though. That's where I'm struggling here. Am I sure it's not something that she has? Never use a heroic act. Whenever you do that, gain 5 fellowship. Range of things has gone up. Okay. Master Tactician. Finish the job. 1 tactical advantage for every hit scored on enemies. Gain stacks. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Okay. Well, if somebody knows, please let me know what this ability is that I've got here. But yeah, she has been stacking up temporary wounds to an absurd level, which is all we really need to know. You know what it might be? It might be something... Well, one, let me just have a look at her character here as well. I know I was like, I'm going to stop looking, and now I'm like, but maybe I'll just keep looking. Oh yeah, I forgot Corpus Conversion. That's fine. Not stacking the deck. Not Lasting Impression. It's not Inspire. It's not... Tactical Advantage was the one I was thinking of, as in the one that gives your stacks. Yeah. So you know what I could do? It probably says in here if they gain temporary wounds, right? So all I need to do is check for when Jai gains... Is it Corpus Conversion? No. No, it's not. Okay. Momentum changed by that. Yeah, I have no idea. Heinrich's Inspire effect. Use Inspire on Heinrich's. Lasting Impression triggered. Overexerted triggered. Yeah, no idea. You know, I also said I was going to stop looking, but maybe she has something on her in equipment that does this? Well, no. Nope. Nope. Okay, who knows? I give up. For real this time, I give up.
Me? Never in 1,000 sectors.
Yeah, you can't see. That's fine. Just wander over here then.
Living on the edge.
That's fine.
Too bad I never leave debts unpaid.
Heinrichs, get down here and charge.
Get me a target.
Cool. Charge. That's a kill. Continue boosting Abelard. Oh, I already did this boost on Abelard. Oops. Shoot.
Let's see to it.
That'll do. Cassia. Now you could give Abelard another... Wait, you can't give him another turn? What? Why?
Do not dare ask.
No line of sight to target.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Okay, well, I can give Argenta another turn.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Shoot.
Each strike is a prayer.
Wonderful. Wildfire is free, which now gives us a burst fire for free.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Cool. And then we can revel in slaughter as well, which we haven't had yet, but it does give us more ballistic skill, critical damage, and critical hit chance. Nice parry. He can then counter, which got parried. Okay. Parry. He can now counter, which got parried. Back to Cassia. She's already given someone another turn. But she got another free turn, I think, for some reason. I can't see anyone from where I am, apparently. So, like, I guess inspire Argenta. Okay. Now it's our turn. Wait, did Abelard not get a turn last round? He must have, but maybe we did too many bonus turns or something. It started looping round. Right, front line. Really? I can't see there? This is very annoying in terms of where the line of sight is. How about here? Can I see here? Yeah, I can see here. So, make that front line. Then, are they in it? Yeah, they are. So let's make that a kill zone.
I'll see to it personally.
Overwhelming stratagem in it.
On it.
Okay, then increase other people's damage. Then take a shot at that one. Nice. Argenta is single shot.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Wonderful. Followed by wildfire.
That is for the weak.
Controlled
As the
shot.
Emperor commands, I act.
Burst.
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's
Wonderful. That'll do. Wow, that was a reasonable amount of
I
combat.
always have a backup plan.
Okay,
Okay, now I'm really riled up.
and now we're gonna leave. We did it. So all of that was just bonus combat. Just going between area and area. Okay, well, let's go south. Go to the footfall. We should probably try going to the Imperium at some point. I wonder what that does. I kind of assumed you weren't able to initially. I don't know why I did, but I just kind of assumed it wasn't an option. But yeah, we could see what we can do. Right, footfall. I want to go to Void Dock Alpha Row. Something like that actually is probably what we're after. Not that it should matter at all, because we should be yeah, we should be talking directly to Opticon and then leaving. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to get us anything, because it seems odd that it would make you go back to this planet to get something, but at the same time, you know, it's worth checking out, because if we get something, then that's good. I know, it's hardly the most controversial statement I've ever made.
Let us not dawdle.
If we get something, it's good. Hello. Planetary data. Again, profit factor. Profit factor, profit factor, profit factor. Yeah, I think that's it. So I just gained a bunch of profit factor there. I didn't actually gain any extractiums, which is a problem because we could really do with some extractiums, because we don't have any. Well, we have one, but you know what I'm meaning. We would like to have more than one for things. All sorts of useful things, like plasteel, which apparently we're running low on. We'll see. We could always take some off of things that we already have a lot of, and then move them around, potentially, but Anyway. Let's save. Go back to the Koronus Expanse map, and then let's maybe try going to the Imperium. I assume it won't let us, but let's try it. I've done my save now. So, actually we'll do another one on this screen, just because I want to go back to this screen if we fail it anyway. So let's do that. Go to the Imperium, we'll make it a safe trip. Sure. Lord Captain, Ravor on the line. The astropaths are going crazy in their little chamber. They're reporting severe warp disturbances along our intended route. Looks like the maw is completely impassable. I've seen this before, yes, and if you ask me, that going in there is not a good idea for us or any other void ship. So you're saying that not only will I break through the maw to the Imperium, but I'll also cover myself in glory as the conqueror of the raging warp? Forward! I'll see to it, Lord Captain. The Emperor protects. By the grace of the Emperor, I've been charged with chronicling the voyage that my blessed Lord Captain Malachi intends to undertake through the turbulent tract of warp known as the Maw. The thought of what lies ahead fills our souls with terror, but we all have faith in the light of the Emperor. May his protection be with us now. Charted course? Lord Captain, we have locked onto the blessed light of the Astronomicon and are ready to make our first warp jump to the Hermitage. Once in the Void Station's orbit, we'll carry out maintenance liturgies and with luck exchange information with other trade void ships that are using the region as a rendezvous point. The second warp jump will be made to the witch-cursed world, a foul and lifeless planet, at which point we will assess the state of the vessel. A third warp jump is planned to Port Wander, where the Protector willing will reach the vast expanse of the Imperium, and we will abide there in safety. Message from the Astropathic Choir. Lord Captain, we once again draw your attention to the fact that the warp region of the Maw is more turbulent than usual. The Diviner's vigil portends death for us and much worse besides. This is not our first decade perceiving the void, and we have seen terrible storms, but none like this. We beseech you, please have mercy on us. If that be not your will, we stand ready to serve until the end. After offering up the requisite prayers, the crew receives a Vox address from the Blessed Captain, in which our commander... I gotta say, that image on the right is very cool. Gave the order to initiate the jump to the Hermitage. We made it to the Hermitage, an outcome made possible solely by the Emperor's mercy. Again, the images on the right are cool. The ship is being chewed up by the ravenous Imperium, and madness is taking root across our decks and stalks among us, staring us in the eyes. The vessel is in orbit around the station, thronged by thousands of silent satellites that jettison bodies of the dead. I spent the entire jump in the murky depths of the Astropathic Choir Bay, where the acolytes of the ship's surgeon walked back and forth in silence. After singing the healing liturgy from beginning to end, they marched among the psychers who had been medicated into unconsciousness. Any psycher who awoke, often with howls of horror, was quickly pacified with a sharp jab from an electrified baton. But my attention was wholly captured by Adira Tlas. Gripping the shoulders of each astropath in turn and staring into their eyes, she compelled the ravaging psychers to collapse with a visceral cry, curling up on the deck with all the thought of resistance gone from their mind. How many did she save? How many would have perished without her? Every moment now I hear a voice of vehement ire. Is the voice of the angel of the Emperor. Is so ferocious my very blood fears it, fleeing my body through my ears, eyes, and nose. The angel bade me compile a picked chronicle of the horrors recorded by the servo skulls in the ship's bays. May whoever finds it know torments we suffered before death. Instant report. I saw the picked recordings made on various decks with my own eyes. With the horror and avid curiosity, I relished each bloody detail, drinking in the stream of chaotic, incomprehensible scenes. Nameless dread blossomed in my soul. I saw a bloody massacre in the Engineerium. People armed with tools bashing each other's heads in. I saw a deck full of violently convulsing bodies covered in a layer of mold and sprouting grotesque fungi. I witnessed a crowd of crew members walk towards an opening airlock with mindless, exultant smiles upon their faces, and be caught a moment later on a wave of air and wrenched out into the cold embrace of nothingness. With my own eyes, I saw a gunner steadily hitting a large caliber shell for wrench, and inside a cogitator, I could make out the bloody remains of an engine seer, impossibly squeezed through the tangled wires. So much horror, so little hope. Engine seer's report. My lord, it grieves me to report the demise of 27.61% of the blessed machine spirits entrusted to my care. Reactors 2 and 3 require expedited burials, and the crew's deck held a vigil in their memory. The servitors have logged at least 11 branches in the hull's exterior, at least 3 in the hull interior. With my lord's gracious permission, I will endeavour to save what we still can, or what can still be saved. Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Hermitage Station report. I don't know how they haven't gone crazy yet, sitting in the middle of this warp storm. There are around 1,000 people there, 100 outcasts and anchorites living permanently on the station, and a crew of a trading vessel that barely made it as far as the Hermitage and won't be departing ever again. Seems they spend whole days sitting under their crystal dome, praying, eating ration packs, and watching as reality loses its mind. They say the Emperor will protect them against the coming tempest. Of course they do. He's the only thing that they can trust in now. For them, there is nowhere else to turn. We offered them passage on our ship. Not one said yes, mad all of them. When the message came through the Voxnet, I struggled to hear it over the whispering of the angel in my ear as the Honourable Lord gave the order to make the warp jump to the witch-cursed world. Okay, we are at the witch-cursed... This is letting it go on a lot longer than I thought it would. We are at the witch-cursed world, a place where we are doomed to perish. That is what the Emperor's angel told me, his voice almost impossible to bear. He bade me record every drop of sorrow. My chronicler will spread his word through the warp, and sow terror in those, or in all who come to know of our dire voyage. So speaks the angel, and my own thoughts are so muddled that all I can do is submit and bear witness. As soon as the ship exited the warp, thousands of crew members assembled into teams launched into repairing the major areas of damage. The will of our fearless Lord Captain drove them, and in that moment I deeply envied their resolve. The Lord Captain's honourable companion, Heinrich von Kalox, personally led the ship's hands to the most seriously damaged decks. First, he admonished the cowardly crew members who refused to do their duty, then he banished the fear from their hearts with a single shot. Verily, the man's mercy is great indeed. Okay. I left the astropathic choir bay and spent this jump in the Navigator's sanctum. Though the number of casualties was high there, many managed to survive, including me. Furthermore, when the malevolent tentacles of the warp reached into our souls and the bloody inscription in a unholy language began to appear on the bulkhead, the Emperor granted me the blessing witness to a miracle. Sister Argenta, completely undaunted, marched up to the bulkhead and erased the words with a fearless swipe of her hand. She turned to us with a smile and said, "It is only blood, do not fear the Imperium, for its nightmares are nothing before the Emperor's light." In that moment I had faith that all was not yet lost. Today I believed I was mistaken. The losses and damage are enormous. They say there was a mutiny. The Master Helmsman reports that the odds of surviving another jump forward are 0. The odds of a successful jump backwards are also 0, but the second 0 is slightly less definitive. Internal systems are failing. Cogitators are experiencing periodic failures. Stop it, I'm afraid. Jurors, failure. Okay, situation report. We must not make planetfall. I know what I saw, and no, we must not set down on that planet. It's not because the wind could tear the hull from the landing shuttle in the blink of an eye, or because the temperature of the surface fluctuates between red-hot plasma and absolute zero. No, it's because planets do not have faces, but this one did. A vast face of jagged plateaus, eyes of fiery tornadoes, and a mouth made from the crater half a continent wide across. And I saw a face smiling at me. I saw it. It saw all of us. We must not make planetfall. Emperor have mercy on us. Addendum. Engine Seer Avlir was executed 4 hours after submitting this report for fomenting panic amongst the crew. Instant report. The Pinked Chronicle reported by the eyes of the servo skulls made my heart stutter. In horror I watched as a crewman who seemed perfectly healthy struggled against the shackles pinning him to an operating table, and a group of doctors, whispering excitedly among themselves, drew out their steel surgical instruments and eagerly began cutting into his flesh. I cried out as I watched the engine seers burning holy incense and chanting a prayer to awaken the plasma generator's machine spirit. A young acolyte, his heart wavering, accidentally disrupted the liturgy, releasing the motive force into the power circuit before it was time, and my poor eyes were blinded by the white light of the explosion. After that I was silent, for that was the only way I could continue to watch. Technomats in dirty coveralls reverently poured chalices of blood onto the base of the macabre tree, a weapon pointed upward, its supports outspread like branches, and hanging from them ripe fruit were the bodies of the bay's officers. After tossing aside his discarded lasgun, the priest brought his fingers to his bleeding ears and then daubed these crimson words on the bulkhead. "Don't listen to him. He is no angel. Who is he talking to? Me?" Scarlet roses, their buds bleeding, were growing through the bulkhead, which were covered with patches of rot. Crew members in black uniforms incinerated them with flamethrowers, weeping black tears and roaring with maniacal laughter. A string of people silently entered an airlock, above which was written Hangar C-112, and were lost to the darkness. As the deputy Carto Artifix, I knew the ship's layout well. There had never been a Hangar C-11-2. The unknown has touched our vessel and has taken root in it. We are now in the clutches of the Imperium. Navigational forecast? Lord Captain, the crew of the Navigator's Sanctum have virtually lost the light of the Astronomicon. Our only hope is to retrace our steps in both our thoughts and our pain. Save us or lead us to our deaths. We will follow you no matter what. Report from the ship's confessor. The rousing speech from the Lord Captain, which was broadcast over the Vox system, inspired the crew, who promptly broke into teams to repair the primary systems. The volunteers, all departed, were later lauded in prayer. Over the static and howling of the unholy warp spirits that had infiltrated the Vox system, we heard the voice of our Lord Captain, who ordered us to make the warp jump to Port Wander. The senior officers from all decks gave a general report to the Blessed Lord Captain. According to the assessments of all the ship's services, the chances of a favorable outcome of the jump to Port Wander were 0. By half the entire crew, they declared that serving under a glorious commander had been an honour, and that, if it was his will, they were ready to forge onward to meet their deaths. Glory to House von Valancius and its valiant servants. We're all prepared to die that very hour, and then the Lord Captain bade us praise the Emperor for we were going home, or die. Die. You tried to reach the Imperium, achievement unlocked? I see. Huddled next to the Voxcaster, I, First Deputy Carto Artifix Sibylon Primix, screamed into it, hoping my voice will by some miracle break through the turbulent abyss of the Imperium and into the real world. The Voxmaster is dead, virtually everyone is dead. I, disregarding the sacred Vox system protocol, scream my dispatch over and over. All Imperial vessels, help, we are dying, we are dying, stop it, I'm afraid. Here ends the chronicle, which was discovered in the ruins of the ship expelled from the warp. Yes, and then that is us dead. Fair enough. You kinda saw, I could tell it was the way it was going to play out, but it's good that we at least know. I guess we could head there and then head back, but we didn't get XP for anything. We just got purely negatives for trying. This is here, I think, purely for people who are like, why would you not just go to the Imperium? Well, now you have your answer. We're locked in here. Maybe this is something that you do at the end of the game. Maybe this is the end of it. You just simply make your last stop at Fruitfall, and then it's like, well, you gotta go to the Imperium to set up the sequel. I don't know. Anyway, what I do know is that this is the end of the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.